One of the grandest examples of this idea of giving some sort of historical as well as aesthetical order to a great princely collection is provided by the reorganization of the imperial collections in Vienna. In this engraved ground plan of 1784, you can see that one side of the museum was dedicated to the northern schools, with the paintings by Rubens shown in separate rooms from those by Van Dyck, and the other half given over to the Italians, with individual rooms dedicated to the schools of Lombardy, Bologna, Florence, Rome, and Venice. It's not that different from what one finds in the Kunsthistorisches Museum today, or in the Prado for that matter. And when we undertake the reorganization of the collection of European paintings at the Metropolitan, the relevance of this type of division by artist or school or region will be on the table for discussion. Is it still the most effective way to present a collection to a broad public? And this would be a topic of discussion at the master class, I think. What was lacking in these great collections formed in the 17th and 18th centuries was a proper representation of Italian painting of the 13th, 14th, and even 15th centuries. Pictures that, in the 18th and early 19th century, were viewed more as curiosities than as real works of art. They were considered primitives, and they belonged to the prehistory of the grand manner as established by Raphael and Michelangelo. And this reminds us of the vagaries of taste in the formation of collections and the importance of counteracting the subjectivity of the prevailing system of values with some sense of historical importance. One of my favorite episodes in documenting the way taste and educational goals are frequently at loggerheads with each other is a meeting that took place in 1857 between an advisory committee of the National Gallery in London and the influential social reformer and art critic John Ruskin. And here is Ruskin, one of the great personalities of the 19th century. It's an extremely well-known episode, famously recounted by Francis Haskell in his brilliant book, Rediscoveries of Art. One of the books I think is crucial to anybody who's interested in collecting museums or our response to works of art. But it deserves to be repeated here because it really does bring to the surface so many key issues regarding the mission of museums and the often problematic relations with art critics who hold a prominent place in the public eye. What concerned the committee, or at least what they said concerned them, was the educational mission of the museum and what works of art it should be collecting and displaying for the edification of the masses. It's the kind of issue that's been raised repeatedly at institutions such as my own, which owe their existence not to an inherited patrimony, but to a sense of public mission. Ruskin was asked the following question. You have much to do with the education of the working classes in art. As far as you are able to tell us, what is your experience with regard to their liking and disliking in art? Do comparatively uneducated persons prefer the art up to the time of Raphael or down from the time of Raphael? We will take the Bolognese school or the early Florentine school. Which do you think a working man would feel the greatest interest in looking at? The pomposity of this is really extraordinary. Ruskin responded, I cannot tell you, because my working men would not be allowed to look at a Bolognese painting